Hey, what's up? This is Money Green, Shayz on the mic, Lyric and Lies.
Hey.
Lyrics and Lies. So we're going to kick this off talking about...
Gonna lay it on the line. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Who we starting with? Adina.
I'm not used to you singing.
Howard.
Yeah, I'm not used to you singing. So that caught the listeners off guard, as well as me. So,
all right.
We got to start doing some video, then you could address like Adina Howard in that video and wear those shorts and you can shake it for everybody.
No, I have to wait a couple of more years for that, for getting those shorts like Adina Howard.
Years? You got that much hair?
Maybe 6 months, y'all. 6
All
months.
Right. You just.
I stretched that lyric out, that lies and lyric out. Right
hey, there. You didn't stretch the pants. You got nice stretch shorts nowadays.
You got that
stretch right in there. So, Adina Howard on Unsung.
What did you think about that?
Adina Howard is a trip. What's interesting is I saw her on, I think it was Uncensored a couple of years ago. And they didn't get that deep into her personality. So all this sex that she talked about was a curveball. A very shifting your blood flow curveball, but a curveball nonetheless.
Well, as you know, Adina Howard grew up in Grand Rapids.
Hell, might care about all of that.
But that's where she grew up. The reason why I'm mentioning Grand Rapids is because it was a whole new change from where she came from. You know what I'm saying? Where she grew up into when she went to Arizona, where it was a whole culture change and shock.
Yes, and she went there and all the white people and a lot of, well, she said the white boys treated her or wouldn't deal with her, which is good in my opinion. And then she said the black boys wouldn't mess with her either because they weren't the white girls. I don't know what's wrong with them. They crazy. I don't care where you move me. You move me to Arizona. You move me to Alaska. You move me to Russia. Move me to Siberia. As a matter of fact, you move this handsome chocolate man to Antarctica. I'm going to find a black woman somewhere. Period.
Hiding up in the snow.
You ain't
snow caps.
Nah, see, there you go with that snow. I don't play in the snow. Call it what you want. I don't do it. Nevertheless, let's get into her freakiness. Tell me something. Let me lay it on the line. I got a little freakiness inside. A little? A little?
A lot.
Adina Howard is the definition. She's the epitome of a sex kitten or a sex tigress.
Yeah, I'll go with tigress.
Oh my goodness.
Because she was too much for her own husband.
She's too much for one man, evidently.
Too much.
And everything she talked about, we're not just talking about singing, but in her interview, 9 times out of 10, the subject went back to sex with her. So she's clearly probably too much for me too. I'm not sure if there's enough Red Bulls and energy drinks and Wheaties for me to be able to handle her. Because the average woman is enough to handle. But she's talking about she wants it twice a day. And if she's lucky, she'll get it in the middle of the day.
No. Let's say it correctly. She says she wants it in the morning, like her morning coffee, at night to put her to sleep. But if she can get it in the middle of the day, that's a winner right there.
That's 21 times a week. You know how small your testicles...
Listen to her song.
Your testicles will shrink having that much sex. Because I don't think the male body can produce that much semen to keep up with a woman with a drive like that. So I'll be straight up with you. If I were her man, she would have to be granted, and this is me, and people can say you're a sucker or you a wimp for allowing that. But in order to keep a woman like this happy, if I have her happy mentally and I have her happy sexually at least 1 or 2 times a day, and she needs an extra 7 times out the week, she's gonna get a hall pass. And we're that cool as friends, and she really makes me happy because it's written all over her face, all over her hips, in her eyes, in her stomach when she's gyrating and rolling. She wants it all the time, and she's not just gonna give it up to anybody. She made that perfectly clear.
Oh yeah, she did make that clear.
Yeah,
and she's not gonna give it up to. But we also learned about Adina Howard, aside from her sexual acts, is she is a chef. So she went back to school to learn how to cook.
I knew that. Now I would like to eat some of her food since she said she's so good. And it's interesting that she created an entire menu for that restaurant,
Michael's,
and then she was, a chef in there, the main chef, head chef, and she was doing her thing. So yeah, I would like to do that. I would trust her with making my food, and hopefully she doesn't hopefully she slips me an aphrodisiac or something.
But as you can see, she knows what she wants other than the sex. She knows what she wants, and even when they was talking about her album that came out, her second album that they had to shelf.
Yeah, never came out.
Because of her and Sylvia and Brandy got in it about Wanye.
No, go back and break it down. All right, since you wouldn't just skate over everything.
I did skate over.
You sure did. She said Sylvia, Brandy, Wanye. I'm like, what?
Brandy, all right. Wanye.
So, back when Wanye of Boys and Men, the one that says, oh my God, help me out of this, baby.
It makes all the faces.
That's on, yes. In the whoo, he always going into convulsions in his videos when he's singing. But back when he was dating Brandy, who was underage back then, but we're not gonna go into that. This is not an R. Kelly segment.
You had to put that in here.
That Wanye thing went right over people's heads. But back then, that was only 15, 20 years ago. It was cool for all that to take place back then. Nevertheless, Wanye is dating little Brandy. Shouldn't call her little Brandy. I apologize. Wanye is dating Brandy. Adina starts messing with Wanye. Brandy and Adina are on the same label. Wanye has a little cuddly, sweet girl that he's dealing with, or young woman. And then Adina comes along. He has a grown woman that's super sexy and super sexual, hypersexual.
And aggressive.
Yes, that's come with the hypersexuality. That just saying that word sends chills down my spine. Sylvia Rohn, who's highly respected in the music industry, sort of controlling, and I guess she needs to be at times, but she thought it best to interfere with Adina Howard and Brandy dealing with the same man, which is strange. But she pulled Adina to the side and was like, look, you need to stop messing with Wanye of Boys and Men. Don't deal with him. And Adina pretty much said, I'm a grown woman. You can kiss my ass. You can't tell me who to sleep with. This is my kitty cat. I wrap my kitty cat around any man's face that I want to wrap it around.
She didn't say all that.
She said something similar. She didn't say kitty cat. She said the P word. So at this point, Adina Howard's second album is about to come out, and she has all of these major people on it, from Missy Elliott to who else was on there? DJ Quick, Timberland. She had an all-star cast of people in there, producers and rappers. And Sylvia Rohn didn't like what Adina said to her, and since she's running the label, she shelves the album. So she said, you think you so grown, you want to talk to me any old kind of way and disrespect me in my office? I tell you what, your album's not coming out. So Adina had to sit for a few years, and I guess her stock went down a little bit, or her fame went down a little bit.
And she also went on Wendy Williams too, and that didn't help her. That didn't help it out either. Well,
she just went on Wendy Williams and told what she felt about what Sylvia Rohn said to her. So we can leave that at that. But she got shelved, so that brings up another topic of how good entertainers and singers or what have you can really miss out on an opportunity, and their fans can miss out on them because of some silliness going on with the label. So that was straight political. And because of that, the fans had to suffer because we still don't know everything that's on that second album.
Right.
And her first album was such a big hit. And it would have been nice to, you know what I'm saying, see what she came out with next. But I guess that's the end of that. She eventually came back out.
Yeah, but one song did leak off the album, and that's the song that was written by Jamie Foxx. T-shirt and my panties on.
Was that the second album?
That was on the album.
The second?
Right, but because
I don't think that was the second album.
Jamie Foxx, if you go back, and I've seen the Adina thing twice. I saw it again last night. So that was actually on the album. It was written for her. So it was leaked. It came out. Sorry, I got R. Kelly on my mind. But Jamie Foxx wrote that song.
All right.
But what I don't understand, even though that second album got shelved, it's no way to get your album from the record label. It was no way for her to buy it or...
No, because they don't have to sell it to you. That's theirs.
So, but the potential of them songs, and I understand it's a little pettiness, but...
A lot of pettiness. But my thing is, it's about the dollars. Get past the pettiness. Nope, because some people, like Sylvia Rhone, when you're in a very powerful position, you don't give a damn about the fans. You don't care about the money because the money's going to be there with other artists. Just to prove a point to somebody, you can make a lot of other people suffer. So, and I guess she suffered in a little bit. In a certain sense, but she didn't give a damn. It looks like she doesn't have any regrets. She doesn't bite her tongue. Mm-hmm. I was looking at the video for her second single, which was with Tyson Beckford, and I don't even remember that video at all. But she was a little wild thing in that video when she had him strung up and she tied him to the bed.
Yeah,
I ain't been tied to a bed in a long time. But she tied him to the bed and she was, doing all types of stuff. So she's a trip. She's a trip.
Yeah, she was something else.
And it's interesting how they said she paved the way for Little Kim and Foxy Brown.
And the rest of them.
And for the, the super sexual woman that came out after her. And they have a great point, and I never thought about it in depth, but before Adina Howard, there wasn't anybody coming out the way she came out for the most part. I remember what we had back in the day.
Betty Wright?
No. Oh, no. See, this is different. That's totally different.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing.
Betty Wright.
Had mouth.
Betty Davis. Betty Davis was raunchy way back in the day.
I think it's Betty Wright. I don't think it's Betty Davis. Betty Davis, I thought was a white lady.
You talking about Tonight is the Night?
Yeah.
Did I make you? Oh, no, that's nothing. That's okay.
So
Betty
that's what I was talking about.
Betty Wright is Romper Room compared to Betty Davis. You see them titles? Nasty Girl, and with album title and songs titles such as I gotta hook you up with this.
Yeah, you might.
There's some people out there.
You might have went back somewhere. So correction, y'all. Betty Davis. He just showed it to me. Okay, Betty Davis.
I'm putting Shayz.
You put Shay on to something because Shay, the Betty Davis I knew was an actress, so I was like, okay, so there is a Betty Davis. Sorry, that's the singer.
Anybody out there that is unfamiliar, but Betty Davis was sort of, if you take some Beyonce, you take some Adina Howard, you take some Erykah Badu, and some Little Kim, and you put them together, and you'll have Betty Davis, and she was out in the 70s, and she was so wild and crazy with it that she didn't get support from a lot of people because she was too nasty. They couldn't play on the radio.
Oh, especially in the 70s.
So although powerful woman or the woman who wanted to be in touch with their sexuality or could just wanted to speak freely. Because a lot of black women always speak freely, especially with the brothers. A whole bunch of trash talking, whether it be about life, relationships, sex, or whatever. Black women normally talk freely, but she talked so freely that she couldn't even get any airtime, just like NWA when they came out. But this is over 10 years before NWA. But anybody out there that's unfamiliar, check out Betty Davis. Her first album is self-titled. Second album is They Say I'm Different. The third album title is Nasty Gal. And she ended up marrying Miles Davis for a hot second. But she was getting blackballed everywhere. But she has an episode on Tales on the Tour Bus. I believe that's the name of the special. Tales from the Tour Bus is a documentary or docuseries. They had people from Rick James, Morris Day and the Time, Parliament Funkadelic, James Brown, Bootsy Collins. They do episodes on these stars. And you have the real people there, but they animate them while they're being interviewed.
Oh, okay.
And then they put the animation
on the tour bus.
No, of their interview. And in between that, whatever story they tell, they animate the story. So you're seeing a cartoon play out of all this wild stuff that James Brown and the crew was doing on tour. Morris Day and Prince in the time, what they were, doing on tour and what they were going through with Prince. So that's another side note that we're getting into. Tales from the Tour Bus. But Betty Davis, back to Adina Howard. She's out here performing again, the resurgence of 90s music. Plus she's a well-respected entertainer. Shaved off all her hair. Doesn't have any kids because, in her opinion, kids are blech. And I understand that because she's probably thinking about, I can't work my vagina the way I want to if a kid in my stomach or a kid might damage my vagina. And she doesn't want that to happen. And I know hers is nicely trimmed. She probably got designs or something. Because I know she can't be the bald type. I hope she's not the bald type. They just go Brazilian.
Who knows?
Yeah, all that. I don't know.
We don't know. We don't know about that.
You got to speak Portuguese to really appreciate a Brazilian wax.
I mean, it's been a lot of starters that didn't get out there like they should. I mean, Adina Howard was able to really come out and show a woman's sexuality. Just like men always do. Men always do, but women, you rarely see that from women. So big ups to her being true to who she is. Even to this day, she gonna be what she said, I'm gonna be Adina Howard regardless of the music business or not. I'm gonna be who I am.
Whether she's in Daisy Dukes or t-shirt and panties.
Or her chef hat.
She put t-shirt or chef hat. She put t-shirt and panties on the map. I don't care who wore it, how many people wear it. She put that song out and she starts saying things about how wet she is and where you're licking her.
But the thing about it is Jamie wrote those words.
That doesn't matter.
I know, but you could tell it's a Jamie Foxx song now.
But she is, or was at that point, a female R. Kelly. Or the opposite of R, not the opposite, but the female version of so.
Yes.
You got the male voice over here, you got the female voice over here. And then all of a sudden, things went quiet for her for a little while. So I'm glad that she's looking good. She's looking great, feeling great, and much respect and much love to her. And I'm not even gonna say what I was about to say, but I got a buddy that got the hookup on them Cialis. So, Adina, if you think I'm sexy, if you like my body and you think I'm sexy, come on, freak like me and let me know. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, and my back's getting strong. I've been doing sit-ups and my abs are getting strong. My whole core getting stronger. And she's probably about 130 pounds. So I'm sure I can last with her for a couple of rounds. But I'm gonna leave it like that.
Let everybody know your personal business.
She gonna knock
how long you can last.
Yeah, I'm playing for a little while. And then she give me, she give me a couple of weeks of break to get my stamina back together. I'll be back the following week.
Well, she did divorce her husband, and they still friends, and they still live together. So I guess she was a lot for him.
Well, he said he couldn't keep up with
Yeah.
her.
So this way, he doesn't have to feel like if she's cheating or whatever, it's not a big deal.
So he gave her a pass too. So
yeah.
he sat in the house, and whenever she's in the mood and she can hit him up. And when he can't hang, she can hit somebody else up. It's all about the dog.
They still live together.
It's all about the dog in her. So this is dedicated to all those women out there.
And she says it in her song. She's a freak in the morning.
All the women,
and a freak in the evening.
All the women that had some dog in them. This is dedicated to y'all. Y'all can do y'all thing, and y'all still woman, and y'all still powerful, and y'all still sexy, and can't nobody call y'all the H word. If somebody call y'all the H word, you send them to me and I smack them upside their head because we don't play that kind of stuff. Nevertheless, we gonna roll out on that note. Lyrics and Lies with
Shayz on the mic
and Money Green. Y'all can reach me on Instagram at Between My Sheets, and I'm a writer. So in between my sheets is referring to sheets of paper. Y'all get y'all minds out the gut. I'm not talking about bed sheets. Adina Howard, if you listen to this, Adina, if you listen to this, I'm talking about paper, Adina. I'm not talking about them sheets. I can't hang with you. I'm man enough to admit I can't hang with you. But I give you a massage. You want 3 times a day and 21 times a week. I give you the bomb foot massage, shoulder massage. What else I can do for you? I can cook a little bit for you.
She might critique your food. Be like, no.
And I can help you in the morning with the morning coffee. To get that morning coffee you were talking about.
That's about it.
But that lunch and that pill to go to sleep, I don't know if I can hang with all that. A little too much for me, baby girl. Well, I ain't enough for you. You can interpret it any way you want to. I'm going to inbox this to her, too.
I'm on IG, too, as Shayz on the mic.
That's Shayz with Z.
Yes, with a Z.
Underscore in there?
Oh, Shayz _ on the mic.
All right.
All of them is underscore. Sorry, I should have said underscore on underscore the underscore mic. There we go.
That's hooked on phonics for y'all.
There you go.
Lyrics and Lies. Talk to y'all tomorrow.